Hello YouTubers, this is cessnaace back again with another video. This is a new comic arrivals video for week 7, I think. Anyway, we're going to start off with a print-on-demand comic from Indie Planet. I'll go ahead and warn you now that this is well, I would classify it as a risque cover. There weren't variant cover options. This is the only cover available for this. It is from Action Bunny Comics, spelled with an X. Action Bunny One Shots presents Becca Starr, Titan Smasher. And yes, that is the actual title. So, for mature readers, I think I can get away with showing these 2 pages. There are quite a few other pages I can't show. As always, really good job with the printing. And no, I don't get a discount or a freebie or anything for saying that. I just do. However, I will say that whenever I place an order with Indie Planet, I get a email that contains a discount link. All you have to do is click on the link, and when you place your order, it automatically deducts, I think it's 10% off. But that has occurred with every order that I've placed, so I think it's just something they do when placing an order. Alright, from Dynamite, this is issue 4 of Betty Page Unbound, which is volume 3 in Dynamite's Betty Page series of series. Most of them have a cover variant that is a photo of Betty Page in one of her many poses. As I've mentioned before, she was a pinup model in the 50s. Either I forgot to order the photo cover variant for this issue, or I couldn't find it. I don't recall off the top of my head right now. From American Mythology Productions, this is the variant cover for issue 3 of The Flames Beyond Carson of Venus. As it mentions somewhere in one of these Carson titles from American Mythology, the Edgar Rice Burroughs universe is just beginning to be relaunched across multiple media platforms. And American Mythology was chosen to kick things off. Now, the actual title, I checked the indices on these things, is Edgar Rice Burroughs, Carson of Venus, The Flames Beyond, Volume 1, Number 3. And I figure since I have it open, might as well show you a couple pages. Now, on the back, they make mention of a Carson of Venus crossover between American Mythology and Dynamite. Carson of Venus, Warlord of Mars. Warlords. I should know better than that. However, if you go to look for this series at Things from Another World, it's not going to be under Edgar Rice Burroughs. It's going to be under Carson of Venus, I believe. Carson of Venus, The Flames Beyond, I think is how it's listed. Alright, I've already shown a copy of this issue in the past because, well, the reason I have another one is I had ordered that from a seller on eBay and it arrived damaged. They issued a refund, and I promptly ordered another copy from the same seller, which arrived undamaged. This is the main cover of issue 1 of Casper's Capers. And again, I don't know why. Well, the seller put it in the bag with the board upside down. And I know why I didn't correct that. Because while I've already read this issue, I read the damaged one. That's the back. This is a series that is comprised entirely of reprints. Although some of their Casper titles contain some new material. Now, the very first story in here, it was published by St. John's Publishing in 1949, Casper the Friendly Ghost #1. The other stories are all from the 50s. Now, I'm going to put this back in, but right side up. Alright, I decided to go ahead and finish up this series because I'd already ordered issues 1, 2, and 3 of this 6-issue series. This is cover A. Well, they're all cover A in my collection. Of issue 4 of Clue from IDW. Since this is no longer in stock at... Did I say stock? No longer in stock at Things from Another World, I ordered it directly from IDW. And 6. Now, IDW has a second Clue series called Clue Candlestick, but I do not have any issues of that. Alright, another risque cover coming. This is from Action Lab Danger Zone. I've mentioned in the past ad nauseum probably that they use the Danger Zone imprint when it contains mature content, but they also use a large M in a red circle to denote that, which they've done. This is, I think, Danger Doll Presents Amalgama Lives #2. This is a mashup between Zombie Tramp and Vamp Blade and Dollface. Issue 2. I'll check the indices here to verify what I told you was correct. Actually, yeah, it's Danger Doll Squad Presents Amalgama Lives #2. Mark McElligott. Just thought I would mention one of my Patreon supporters in case I forgot to do that later on. Okay, this is from Aspen Comics. This is Volume 7, Issue 8 of Fathom. Okay, now back to Indie Planet. This is from Atomic Pulp, It is issue 1 of a 4-issue limited series. This series, the covers, well, there are 2 cover options for each issue. This is cover A of Film Noir, The Dark City Diaries. Number 1, as I already said. Alright, this is Film Noir, The Dark City Diaries, issue 2, cover B. So yes, I ordered cover A of issue 1 and cover B of issue 2 because these were the 2 covers that I preferred. Sticking with Indie Planet. This is from Action Bunny Comics. It is issue 1 in the Damon Knight's saga, KNIGHTMARE, Book 1, Dawn's Early Night, and each case spelled with a K. And I found out about this series near towards the end of an issue of Action Bunny Comics. So that's how I found out about that. This is book 2, The Shadow Walker. This is issue 3 in the Dream Shadow saga. I don't see any other title besides that and Nightmare. You wouldn't be able to make it out, but cover price $5. Okay, this is a back issue that I ordered from Things from Another World. It was only $1. I went looking for issues of this series, and this was the only one I found. This is a variant cover, but I don't remember which one it is, on issue 5 of Mars Attacks. I know I've mentioned in the past this started off as a Topps trading card series, which was later turned into a film by Tim Burton, and then, or now, a comic book series. Okay, from IDW, issue 1 of October Faction. Alright, issue 2 from Boom Studios of Once and Future. I have read this. I'm really enjoying this series from Dark Horse Comics. This is issue 3 of The Orville, The Word of Avis, part 1 of 2. Alright, from Image Comics, this is issue 13 of Outpost Zero. Most of these newer comics, which I purchased from Thanks for Another World, have a cover price of $3.99. This is from KaBOOM, which is an imprint of Boom Studios. They have a lot of imprints. This is Over the Garden Wall, Soulful Symphonies, 2 of 5. And I was looking to see if it mentioned which cover this is, but it doesn't say on the cover. And I do believe that there are generally two cover variations for each issue. I'm trying to go so fast so that I can get through more comics, because my next shipment from Things from Another World totals over $740, is massive. From American Mythology Productions, this is the main cover, issue 1. This takes place in the Edgar Rice Burroughs universe. Pellucidar, Wings of Death. I'm dyslexic, so don't go by me. Plus, it's not a straightforward font, but I'm fairly certain that's Pellucidar. Okay, this is the same issue, except it is the variant edition. Cover price $3.99. Alright, from Nightfall and Vault Comics, The Plot. I know it says there's no escape from the plot, but the actual title is The Plot. And it looks like it has a Comics Code Authority seal of approval up there. Approved by the Comics Code Authority. If I remember correctly, this is a facsimile edition. That is a reprint. The Plot number 1. Doesn't say. Now I could take the time now to go through the price guide and verify whether that's the case or not, but that would just slow things down. And I have a lot of comics to get to. Alright, this is, now I'm not too sure, because this is The Plot, and I'm fairly certain it's the same issue. Yes, it is. It should be a little quieter in the background during this video than it has in the past, because I don't have this small fan running, even though I'm wearing black in Florida and I am hot. The only fan that's running is one of the internal fans inside of our PC. We have multiple fans in there. Alright, something I ordered directly from IDW. This is issue 10 of Popeye Classic Comics. These are all reprints, everything in this series. They have at least one other series that is comprised of new material. Issue 11. #12. And 13. Now the series goes much further than that, but that's as far as I've gotten as far as trying to catch up. Alright, from Image Comics. Pretty Deadly, The Rat, #1. This is from Image, Pretty Violent, #1, $3.99 cover price. Issue 2 of Pretty Violent. Okay, I think most of these in this series I bought, from Things from Another World for $1. This is from Action Lab, and this is Princeless, Book 7, Find Yourself. It says issue 2, but if I remember correctly, this is the issue that has that as a misprint. Should be issue 1 if I'm not mistaken. Well, it says issue 2 in the indices, so I'm going with issue 2, but this is a different cover of the same issue. It says issue 1. On the inside it says issue 2. And it is issue 2. In fact, I received an email from Kyle at Things from Another World telling me that it's actually issue 2, and it said that on the invoice. Handwritten, but there you go. Alright, this is issue 3. So yes, I still need issue 1. Issue 3, different cover. And issue 4. Okay, from Action Lab again, Princeless, Raven, the Pirate Princess, Year 2, issue 6. Issue 7. Issue 8. So yes, when I have a run like this, you know that I paid roughly $1 a piece for them. Okay, these are individual issues of the first volume of Pussycats from E-Comix, spelled with an X. There are cover variations that are photos of models. However, when I was looking for them on eBay, while the prices were reasonable on each issue, the shipping costs weren't. I found a seller who was selling all 4 issues in a bundle for $15 and for a lower rate than some of the others were charging per issue. So I didn't get any photo covers. But anyway, this is issue 1 of the first volume, and I believe this volume is called Everything, The End of Everything. That's what it's called, The End of Everything. And I've been reading through this issue, and so far I think it's better written than volume 3. Anyway, issue 2. Issue 3. And issue 4. Now, I ordered those, and they came very quickly after I had purchased this through Things from Another World. This is a trade paperback edition of Volume 1 of Pussycats. But I was going to open it up, but it doesn't just reprint issues 1, 2, 3, and 4. It also reprints issue 0, which I didn't find on eBay. So there's that little bonus. And I also bought a trade paperback of Volume 2, which is Impossible Sex on Drugs is Everything. Alright, from Alterna Comics, this is issue 1 of Red Koi? K-O-I? I'm not sure. Anyway, cover price is $1.50. Alright, from Vault Comics, issue 1 of Relics of Youth. Cover price $3.99. And this is a variant cover of the same issue. I do have an issue of a comic coming where I ordered 4 or 5 variant covers. I've mentioned in the past there's really only one character I'll do that with. Anyway, this is from Oni Press, or Oni Press, O-N-I. This is issue 1 of Rick and Morty Presents The Flesh Curtains. Cover price $4.99. This is a variant cover of the same issue. Alright, this is a crossover with Oni Press and IDW. This is Rick and Morty versus Dungeons and Dragons, Chapter 11, Painscape. Different cover. Trying to avoid that happening, comic sliding, by using 2 boxes, but what are you going to do? This is from Titan, issue 24 of ROBOTECH. And I take it this is a mini-series, Event Horizon, Chapter 4. Alright, this is cover B. From American Mythology Productions. This is a reprint series. This is the main cover of issue 1 of Rocky and Bullwinkle present the best of Dudley Do-Right of the Mounties. And yes, I have read this. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell me who published the originals, but they're all from issues from 1973. And I believe I did look that up, but I don't recall what I found. 61-year-old brain cells. Alright, this is a 100-page, I started to say, why not, 100-page Scooby-Doo Giant, number 1, cover price $4.99. Alright, this is issue 3 of Sarah and the Royal Stars. Okay, from Antarctic Press, this is Scratcher, Part 1. So I guess that makes it issue 1. This I know is the debut issue for this series from Boom Studios. Something is Killing the Children. As I believe I stated, number 1. From Aspen Comics, Volume 7, Number 7 of Soulfire. I like how they put the volume number on the cover. A lot of publishers don't do that for some reason. Alright, this is from Scout Comics, issue 1. Cover price $3.99 for mature readers. Star Bastard. Okay, things got out of order here. This is Volume 8, Issue 4, Cover A of Soulfire. This is cover B. From IDW, issue 6 of Star Trek Year 5. So, finally, the Star Trek comics that I have subscribed to and pre-ordered have started coming in. I have a ton of Star Trek comics. In fact, enough to fill 1.5 boxes, which is just a drop in the bucket of what's been published over the years, over the decades. From Dark Horse Comics, issue 1 of Steeple. Different cover. Okay, trying to remember if this had a different cover available or not. One that didn't obscure what this one is obscuring. Anyway, this is from BroadSword Comics. This is issue 118 of Tarot Witch of the Black Rose. Cover price $2.95, marked for mature readers. Now, this comic from American Mythology is a reprint of a comic that was originally published in 1959 by Dell. This is The Three Stooges. It was part of Dell's 4-color comic line. 4 colors, whatever. Main cover, $3.99. This is the limited edition cover of the same issue. Cover price $9.99. Okay, I believe I paid $1 a piece for these. This is from Titan. Torchwood, issue 2.3, cover B. I used to watch Torchwood. Haven't seen it in a while. This is issue 3.3, cover A. This is 3.3, cover B. .4, cover A. .4, cover B. Okay. IDW, issue 1 of Transformers Galaxies, cover A. I need to be wrapping up soon, I think. I've still got a lot to show. This is cover B of the same issue. Okay, both Marvel and DC have a line of comics that have a cover price of $1. DC's is called Dollar Comics. Marvel's is called True Believers. This is issue 1 of True Believers, The Incredible Hulk, Devil Hulk. True Believers, Hulk Head of Banner, number 1. And for what it's worth, Marvel is pumping out more True Believers issues than DC is Dollar Comics. True Believers Hulk Joe Fixit, number 1. True Believers Hulk Returns, number 1. Now I have a lot more coming in the True Believers line. True Believers Intelligent Hulk, number 1. Don't know if you can make that out, but it does say $1. Oops, put that in up right side up, and I should be putting it in upside down. True Believers, The New Incredible Hulk, number 1. True Believers, The Other Hulks, number 1. And True Believers, Red Hulk, number 1. Since these have a cover price of $1, since I pre-ordered this or these, my price was actually 80 cents. But then I paid for a bag and board, so that shot it back up to $1.05. Okay, from American Mythology Productions. This is issue 2 of Underdog and Pals. From American Mythology, if I didn't already say. And this series features not only new material, but generally one reprinted story. Alright, this is the retro cover of the same issue. Cover price $9.99. I'm thinking I'm cutting back on these retro covers because they're expensive. Now, there are other variant covers from other publishers that are $30 and $40 and $50, and I'm not going that far. Speaking of going far, this is from Action Lab Danger Zone, rated M, Vamp Blade, season 4, number 4, but issue 41 overall. Alright, this is issue 42, season 5, number 5, season 4, number 5. I'm so near the end I can taste it. Alright, this is the risque variant for what I just showed you. And I can't show it to you. However, if you go to my article that I just posted at Patreon/cessnaace, I've put a link in the description box. I've listed every variant cover that is either risque or nude, and I flagged 18. Anyway, you know what it's called. I do this for two reasons. One, you know what's coming, and the second reason is so that you could go to Thanks for Another World while it's still in stock and look it up and see what it looks like. Okay. Alright, this is issue 42, artist variant. issue 42, Artist Risque, and I can't show that. Alright, this is 42, different artist, which I can't pronounce, spelled Chatzoudis, but it's the same issue. Yes, I do believe I ordered 6 covers on this issue, including all 3 Risque variants. Same artist, Risque cover, can't show you. Alright, the character that I mentioned that I tend to order multiple variant covers of is Vampirilla. Let's see, how long do I have? 46 minutes, why not? This is issue 2 of Vampirilla, volume 5. You should be starting to notice where I draw the line as far as what I show. Right, this is issue 3. Issue 3. This is issue 1 of Vampirilla Red Sonja, not to be confused with Red Sonja Vampirilla. So I don't believe that series is still going. From Dynamite, of course. Leaders in the variant covers race. This is a different cover of the same issue. Okay, from Zenescope. They produce a lot of variant covers also. This is issue 2 of Van Helsing versus Dracula's Daughter. Cover B. This is from Action Lab Danger Zone, rated T+. Voracious. Appetite for Destruction, issue 5, cover price $3.99. And this is the limited edition variant. Okay, from Aftershock, issue 1 of, don't take this personally, You Are Obsolete. From Action Lab Danger Zone, rated M, this is issue 56 of Zombie Tramp. And the title of this issue is The Death of Zombie Tramp. Well, how can that be? Because this is issue 59. Yeah. So, not quite dead for a zombie. Okay, from American Mythology Productions, issue 1, main cover, cover price $3.99. Zorro, Rise of the Old Gods, part 1 of a 4-part story. And this is the variant edition. So now I am totally caught up. However, any day now, Thanks for Another World should be shipping out a huge shipment. And then on the 23rd, an even larger shipment. So, when I still have 2 orders being processed at Yoe Comics, spelled with an X. See, I mentioned Mark McElligott. I'll go ahead and mention Andrew J.M. He is my largest Patreon supporter. And, well, I'll also give a shout out to Alex is Playing, Corporal Van, Graham, and Sky Mall. As I mentioned, I believe at the beginning of this video, I did put my, well, I don't know if I did or not. I do know that I posted in the community section about this. I added my contact information at the bottom of this most recent post. Of course, you need to be a Patreon supporter to be able to read it. However, that only costs $1 a month. And as I've stated before, I put at least 5 or 6 hours a day into those things, and it takes me now an entire week to do one. But I've done well over 120 or 30 posts now, so there's that. All right. Oh, a little bit of news for gamer fans out there, or gamers that watch this channel. We have a new game console, which I will be showing in an upcoming video. And for my friends at highscore.com, well, like Bamser, I've discussed that this was on my wish list, and now we have one. And it's one of the few systems that isn't in the HighScore database as a system. Currently, when you submit a score played on it, you have to submit a score under emulation, which I think is weird. It needs to be added. It's a major system. You already know we have a PlayStation 4, 3, 2, 1, and so you know it's not a PlayStation 4. And the last Xbox we got was the original Xbox. We don't have a 360, and we don't have a 1. That's kind of narrowing it down a bit. Anyway, until next time, stay awesome.